Title: While building a crib for my newborn son, I heard my wife say to her parents, "I don't love him. I never did. He's a paycheck with hands." Her mother nodded. "We'll get custody when he breaks." My teen daughter whispered, "Start?" I kept my hands moving, hammer striking nail, saw sliding along wood. I never looked up. The wood smelled of pine and varnish, a faint scent of hope I was building for a child who would never know the warmth of his mother. Then I heard it, my wife's voice, sharp, casual, like tossing away garbage. "I don't love him. I never did. He's a paycheck with hands." I froze, heart stuttering, saw trembling in my grip. Her mother laughed softly, approving, "We'll get custody when he breaks." My teen daughter, my older girl, whispered behind the doorway, giddy in cruelty, "Can I spit in his food?" I didn't flinch, didn't look up. Drilling continued. Wood splintered beneath the bit, my pulse didn't. That morning, when they arrived at my door, tears streaked their faces, voices cracking with fake remorse, begging me to talk. I smiled inside, calmly. I had been building more than a crib. I had been building a case, a plan, a cage for the truth to land on them like thunder. We had been a picture-perfect family once. Laughter in the kitchen, late-night talks, whispered dreams in a rented apartment that smelled faintly of coffee and hope. I'd believed in her, every word, every look, every shared breath. How I loved her. And she smiled and lied. I began to notice cracks, texts deleted too fast, whispers in corners, the way her phone vibrated and she'd step into the hallway, eyes glazed. I dismissed the unease, rationalized it, until the day I caught the message. He's just money. He'll give and give. Nothing matters more than control. It was the dagger. I held it silently. Pain didn't make me loud. It made me slow, calculating. I watched, took notes, phone recordings, screenshots, bank statements, her mother's threats, the whispered plans of custody, my daughter's amusement at malice. Every late night, I copied files, documented lies, preserved moments, insurance policies, prenups, legal loopholes. I built my silent arsenal while hammering together toys and furniture, painting walls, feigning domestic bliss. I was everywhere and nowhere. I was calm. I was invisible. Months passed. I learned patience. I learned timing. Every betrayal had a price, and I would be the accountant. The day came. The morning sunlight caught on the polished wood of the crib. I invited them over, her mother, my daughter. The smell of pines still fresh. They smiled, wet-eyed, unknowing. I poured coffee, warm, thick, aromatic. "I thought we should talk," I said. Her hand trembled. We didn't mean." I slid the folder across the table. Screenshots, voice recordings, financial documents, legal advice. Each piece a nail in the coffin of their arrogance. Her mother gasped, clutching her pearls. My daughter's jaw went slack. My wife's eyes darted, panic simmering beneath mascara. "You said I was a paycheck," I said softly. I wondered what kind of man builds a life only to be treated as a wallet. I sipped my coffee, calm, precise, deliciously cold. They tried excuses, tears, flailing, blaming me. I let them. The louder they begged, the quieter I became. Each sentence from their mouths was self-condemnation carved into reality. I recorded everything, I said. Every word, every plan, every attempt to manipulate. You thought I was blind. I was awake, always awake. Her mother's hands shook. My wife's lips quivered. My daughter's face crumpled in disbelief. I watched as the power shifted. It wasn't loud. It wasn't violent. It was inevitability. You wanted custody? You wanted revenge? You wanted to break me? I paused, voice steady. I'm giving you nothing. Not your son, not your control, not your satisfaction. I handed the folder to my attorney later. The evidence ensured I would keep my child. The court would see the truth. The world would see the truth. And their whispers would die in sterile legal chambers. That night, I finished assembling the crib. My son would sleep in it, safe. I ran my fingers over smooth wood, imagining him dreaming. I didn't hear them anymore. Their plotting, their malice, it existed only in memory, impotent. I finally looked up and smiled. Not a warm smile, not a forgiving smile. The smile of a man who knew pain, harvested it, and turned it into power. I had lost nothing. They had lost everything. And in the quiet hum of the baby monitor, the faint creak of wood, the soft smell of varnish and pine, I realized justice was not a shout. Justice was the silent satisfaction of inevitability. They cried at my door that morning, begging me to talk. I had already said everything without a word. I finished drilling the last nail, wiped my hands clean, and walked away. I am still calm, still collected, still in control, and I will remain so.